Yo, what's up, Animon Pros, and welcome to our download tutorial and review episode of the Pokemon ROM hack Animon. We're going to be catching characters instead of Pokemon from tons of iconic anime like Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and they even have characters from My Hero Academia, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, Akame ga Kill, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Avatar: Last Airbender, Tokyo Ghoul, and so much more. In this video, I'm going to be giving you the pros, cons, what it feels like playing this game from a hardcore Nuzlocke point of view, as well as any docs in the creator's Discord. But before we begin, I do want to give a quick spoiler warning. For the review portion of this video, I'm going to be using footage from about the first hour or two of my gameplay, and if that's not okay with you, it's cool. All you have to do is go to the description chapters down below and click straight to that tutorial portion of this episode. And with that, let's get going on with our video. Starting out with the pros, what makes this game fun is the huge variety of anime characters you encounter throughout your journey. They start you off by choosing between Naruto, Goku, and Luffy, which really does help you set the theme for this game. And they did make quite a few custom moves for more of the popular anime characters, like Rasengan for Naruto and Ki Blast for a lot of the Dragon Ball characters. There are also a couple cool story moments around characters like Weevil from Yu-Gi-Oh!, Tucker from Fullmetal Alchemist. There's a tournament that's themed after Dragon Ball tournaments, as well as the initial story around the bad guy team that you're going to have to fight was a great first hook. All right, let's get started with the cons portion of this video, and this game is going to give you a very unpolished feel. Usually this is the part of the episode where I would be giving you my recommendation on how I feel is the most fun way to play this as a hardcore Nuzlocker, but this is not a game you should Nuzlocke. I think you'll have more fun just not playing it as a Nuzlocke. In a Nuzlocke, the level caps jump way up, way down, and it's really hard to tell what you should be shooting for as a level range. And the docs of this game are bare bones, and they're not going to really help you out here at all. Other Nuzlocke issues I can give you as examples are like the first gym leader. Up to this point, you're only going to have had 3 encounters, and none of the Pokemon you've seen can hit water types for super effective damage. Now, the leader leads with a Drizzle user, which is old-style Drizzle, which sets the rain permanently, and you cannot stall it out. The second gym is featured as a back-to-back 6-battle gauntlet, where you have to battle the first level cap is about 25, and the final one's about 32. The only way to realistically do this is to set your level cap around 30, 31, 32, sweep the entire gauntlet, and then the last battle is still going to be easy because it's only 2 Pokemon at that point. And finally, you're going to have to come up with some rule for yourself where if the trainer comes up and you're supposed to be around level 20 and they're like level 52 and sweep your entire team, that your Pokemon aren't gone forever. I made a rule for myself that if a trainer without any build up to it is like 4 or more levels over my Pokemon, that I would just immediately reset and then go about the battle again. That was my way to make it feel more fair, but you're going to need some kind of rule for yourself so you don't just instantly lose your Nuzlocks. All right, enough with talking about Nuzlocking. Let's talk about the moves. So some of my favorite characters like Garrett and Cell got basically nothing until mid to late 40s. So they felt unusable because their learn sets were so bad. Also, some characters get signature moves like Sasuke's Chidori around the mid-teens, and then Killua doesn't get Thunder Punch until double that level, and Thunder Punch is even a worse move. Some of the signature moves, like Cell gets a signature move way late in the game, only does like 40 base power because I think it was based on something around Pound or Tackle, and then they reskinned it, but then forgot to boost up the base damage, I guess. Okay, so story and the world. Between the beginning of the game and around 2nd, 3rd gym, there's a ton of great story hooks with the bad guy team and Light Yagami and L from Death Note and your character, obviously, but none of those Light and L stories play out. The world is fairly unfinished too. Early on, you find houses that either don't have NPCs inside or are locked in. You're like, maybe it has to do with the story. It doesn't have to do with the story. It's just unfinished. You find iconic places like Konoha, which are just 3 vanilla buildings ripped out of Cerulean City, drop there, nothing to see or do. You have NPCs that are not supposed to be in areas, and so their text says like, oh, here's the SSN, and you're talking next to a pond. There's no ocean there, and they didn't customize any of the text. They did add in a value system. Basically, you get trainer skill up and people respect you more for having higher value, and the value doesn't end up getting fleshed out, so all it ends up doing is prohibiting you from like one town. You can't even use a Pokemon Center until you have already reached the next Pokemon Center in the next town because you need to get the gym badge, but you've already experienced everything in that area anyway. And rapid firing some miscellaneous issues is you do not get your fishing rod till way late in the game, and when you do, it doesn't really work that well. You can catch fish, but not really. There's no quality of life, so there's no rare candies to keep up with those crazy level curves, and hopefully you're saving often because the map doesn't really work, and in some areas when you use fly, it breaks your game, so make sure you're saving. Look, I understand there was tons of cons. I get it. I had a fun time playing this game, but I do need to be honest with you to build that trust, that experience between us, and and I just want to let you guys know what you're in for with this game. We have made it to the tutorial portion of this episode, and lucky for you guys, there are only 2 things you need to be able to play this game. The game itself and an emulator to play it on, which is real lucky. There is no patching or patcher needed. Let's start off with the links down in my description. You're going to see links to both of those things. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this. This is the link for the game itself. All you have to do is press this download. I don't know what this download faster thing is. Don't worry about that. We press download, 32 megabytes. After that is finished downloading, you're going to go ahead and click on the next one, which is your emulator. If you already have an emulator that you guys like to use, then you go ahead and use that one for MGBA games. I'm going to use MGBA. I'm Windows. If you're Mac, Linux, Ubuntu, then you go ahead and click those. We click on Windows installer in this house. Let's go ahead and get that one. And then heading over to our downloads folder, you have both of them in here. So as per usual, we make a folder, type out Animon, and then we drop both the installer and the Animon game into the Animon folder, and we drop that to our desktop so you can find it later so you have no issues. Close out the downloads, and then here we go. We have the Animon game. Now, I can click on Animon right here. I already have MGBA. Let's say you don't. Then go ahead and double click on the installer, and then go ahead and pick your language. Mine is going to be English, and then over here, it's going to say next. I accept, next. Press next right there. You can choose the location where you want to drop it. I don't know anything about these associate stuff. Go ahead and create your desktop shortcut. It's good to have, and then press next. Then we press install. Then you press finish. All right, heading back to our desktop with our folder for Animon. And we have now this link on monitor 1. You're looking at monitor 2 for MGBA. If you have only one monitor, go ahead and click on this Animon. That one's good to go. If you have 2 monitors or more, I suggest doing this. You click on the MGBA shortcut that you created for your desktop, and then it's going to open on whatever monitor you opened it up on. Now, for monitor 2 or higher, it will brick. So if I pressed file and I press load ROM, and then I go to my desktop, which is where we put this folder, and then you go to Animon, and then you go to Animon right here and you press open. Since it's on monitor 2, it will just white screen and nothing will happen. So I'm going to press exactly those in that order over on monitor 1, and then dragging it back over for you guys. The game has opened, and here we go. We got our anime characters. We got our Animon game. Everything is set up ready to go for you guys. The next step, if you want to, is inside the description. Also, there's the creator Discord and docs. So let's go ahead and click on that link too. So in the Discord, you're going to go ahead right here. You have Animon. They have other things for their Discord channel, but Animon, and you go to pin, and then you go halfway down, it says PDF. This is the only docs I found for the game, and I've searched high and low. You download it. I'm going to open it in folder, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. This is all I've found for docs. It's just a PDF. And before you go, I have worked super hard on this episode, so please like, subscribe, smash that noty bell down below. Give me some comments. What could I help you out with on further games? Don't forget to check out my actual hardcore Nuzlocke series. I have tons of ROMs we've played on this channel, and we have so much fun. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you being here for just this episode, though, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.